the most beautiful girl here. Men should be falling all over themselves to dance with you."
Annabelle lifted her shoulder in a graceful half-shrug.
"No one wants to marry a girl without a dowry."
It was only in the fantasy realm of novels that dukes could marry poor girls. In reality, dukes and viscounts and the like were burdened with the massive financial responsibility of maintaining large estates and extended families and helping the tenantry. A wealthy peer needed to marry into money just as badly as a poor one did.
"No one wants to marry a nouveau riche American girl either,"
Lillian Bowman confided.
"Our only hope of belonging anywhere is to marry a peer with a solid English title." "But we have no sponsor,"
her younger sister Daisy added. She was a petite, rather elfin version of Lillian, with the same fair skin, heavy dark hair, and brown eyes. An impish smile touched her lips.
"If you happen to know of some nice duchess who would be willing to take us under her wing, we would be much obliged." "I don't even want to find a husband,"
Evangeline Jenner confided.
"I'm merely suffering through the season because there is nothing else for me to do. I'm too old to stay at school any longer, and my father—"
She broke off abruptly and sighed.
"Well, I have only one more season to go, then I'll be 23 and a confirmed spinster. How I'm looking forward to it." "Is 23 the measure of spinsterhood these days?"
Annabelle asked, with half-feigned alarm. She rolled her eyes heavenward.
"Good Lord, I had no idea that I was so far past my prime. How old are you?"
Lillian Bowman asked curiously. Annabelle cast a glance to the right and left to make certain they were not being overheard.
25 next month."
The revelation earned 3 rather pitying glances, and Lillian replied consolingly,
"You don't look a day more than 21.
Annabelle clutched her fingers around her dance card until it was concealed in her gloved hand. Time was slipping away quickly, she thought. This, her 4th season, was drawing rapidly to a close, and one simply did not embark on a 5th season. It would be ludicrous. She had to catch a husband, and soon. Otherwise, they could no longer afford to keep Jeremy at school, and they would be forced to move from their modest terrace and find a boarding house to reside in. And once the downhill slide began, there was no climbing back up. In the 6 years since Annabelle's father had died of a heart ailment, the family's financial resources had dwindled to nothing. They had tried to camouflage their increasingly desperate straits, pretending they had a half-dozen servants instead of one overworked cookmaid and an aging footman, turning their faded gowns so that the underside of the fabric was facing outward, selling the stones in their jewellery and replacing them with paste. Annabelle was heartily tired of their constant efforts to deceive everyone, when it seemed that everyone already knew they were on the brink of disaster. Lately, Annabelle had even begun to receive discreet offers from married men, who told her, meaningfully, that she had only to ask for their help, and it would be given immediately. There was no need to describe the compensations that such help would require. Annabelle was well aware that she had the makings of a first-rate mistress.
"Miss Peyton,"
Lillian Bowman asked,
"what kind of man would be the ideal husband for you?"
"Oh," Annabelle said, with a reverent lightness,
"any peer will do."
"Any peer?" Lillian asked sceptically.
"What about good looks?"
Annabelle shrugged.
"Welcome, but not necessary." "What about passion?"
Daisy inquired.
"Decidedly unwelcome." "Intelligence?"
Evangeline suggested.
Annabelle shrugged. "Negotiable."
"Charm?" Lillian asked.
"Also negotiable."
"You don't want much," Lillian remarked dryly.
"As for me, I would have to add a few conditions. My peer would have to be dark-haired and handsome, a wonderful dancer, and he would never ask permission before he kissed me. I want to marry a man who has read the entire collected works of Shakespeare," Daisy said. "Someone quiet and romantic,